Hi everybody, it's me, the Old Humble Guy. You can find our whiskeys online, oldhumbledistilling.com/shop online, get delivered to you free of charge if you buy 2 bottles and use the discount code MAKEIT2. But that's not what I want to talk to you about today. What I want to talk about is the fact that music in the 90s was better than music today, and music in the 1990s was the last great decade for music. And I'm not just saying that because I grew up in the 90s and I'm an old man and I want to shake my fist and tell kids to get off my lawn. Although, get off my lawn, for real. But what I'm saying is the 1990s was the last great decade for music, and that's empirically true, and it can be proven with facts. I mean, think about what we had in the 1990s. I mean, I was telling a kid about this, truly a kid, he was in his 20s, a few days ago, and he's like, yeah, I guess y'all had grunge. Yeah, we had grunge in the 1990s. Grunge came to life in the 1990s, but that wasn't the whole music scene. That was the sound that came out of the Northwest of the United States in the 1990s. But we also had the LA rock scene, the New York rock scene, the East Coast hip hop, West Coast hip hop, the rise of the boy bands out of Florida. We had the new country coming out of Nashville. We had Texas rock, Texas music, Texas folk, all different sounds coming out of Texas, the different parts of Texas. We had Houston's rock scene. We had Austin's folk scene, rockabilly, the ZZ Top guy. We had such a broad, diverse range of music. It's hard to even quantify what all we had, and because we still listen to it today because there hasn't been a whole lot of great stuff that come out since, and there's a reason for that. It's because in 1996 they changed the laws so that you can, and it's not just the fault of the laws in 1996, but it went from being only able to own 2 radio stations in a market and only 40 radio stations across the country to unrestricted, unlimited access. So instead of having these cool regional sounds and cool regional bands that would come up and pump around their little regions and then go national, and you'd have this full broad cacophony of musical sounds just spread all across the country in different sounds. I didn't even mention Minneapolis and all the different sounds that we got out of Wisconsin. It was amazing. This amazing landscape of music. And it wasn't just the change in laws. That was like the straw that broke the camel's back. It was a bunch of stuff that led up to that. Consolidation in the market, consolidation of industries, lack of funds, lack of money, consolidation of wealth, blah, blah, a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to talk about it all in my happy hour on Wednesday. The link will be up here eventually when I get the live up. But it's going to be a live show. You got to talk about it. But, man, the 1990s was the last great decade. And that's not even to say the 60s and 70s and 80s weren't great decades for music. The 60s was probably the first great decade for music. The 70s was the very next great decade. The 80s was a weird time. The 80s was a weird time, but it was a great decade for music too. The 90s was the last great decade. And that's also not to say we don't have great artists today. We have fantastic artists today. Absolutely fantastic artists, but it's kind of homogenized. They all kind of sound the same. We don't have regional sounds like we did. We don't have boy bands out of Orlando and Texas rock and Texas rockabilly and New York rock, LA. I mean, the New York heavy metal scene and the LA heavy metal scene, from the 1980s and the early 1990s was insane. Oh my God. Oh, it was lit, as the kids would say. Y'all gotta check it out. It's not just an old man shaking his fist saying, get off my lawn, you damn kids. Although, get off my lawn, you damn kids. It's dry out there. The grass needs water, and you're crushing it. Ugh, rotten kids. But seriously, music in the 1990s was better than music is today. And it's never going to be, well, it may be that good again, but yeah, it's going to be a long time. And that's not even a debatable point. So take that. Blah. Oh yeah, and enjoy your whiskey however you want to enjoy it. Talk to you later. Bye.